Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. This place is rocking, menacing, intimidating, almost primal. Beyond description, really. This is just another ordinary day, though, in the life of the Boca Nation. So straight into the action.
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is, and with the front three, especially the wide men, running at and beyond the defence, there's going to be an awful lot asked of the midfield. They have to supply those balls the attack can run onto, while at the same time maintaining the team's overall shape by linking the front and back. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
That'll be a throw-in. Schneider. Schneider will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Oh, it's inches away from being a really good ball. Now then, Jim, what can you tell us about the extraordinary Luis Figo?
Well, he's one of Portugal's most decorated players, possibly the best of their so-called golden generation. He was certainly amongst the most elegant and the most stylish. I think in essence, he's a traditional winger whose game is all about beating people to the byline and getting those crosses in.
Pepe did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. That is great defending, so alert. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Opts for safety. Davids. And it's Owen. Now it's Van Basten.
Yeah, the crowd have tried to spark some excitement, but to no avail. This needs something explosive.
Now it's Van Basten. Owen. Van Basten looking for a runner. Gerrard is in a really good position out wide. That's a decent clearance. Figo. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Now it's Owen, and it's Davids. Very nicely done. And this is great chance! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Schneider clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Schneider plays it short. Tries the cross. He's had a shot! Oh, crossbar! Gerrard has to go back here. Tries one from range. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? And the cross comes in. And he's cut it out. Figo. Hullet, who is really short on confidence. And it's Ibrahimovic. Quality ball. Now he's off and running. Benatia. Hullet. Neither side giving way. It has been tight. DiMarco drives it in. And he's there to clear it. Now, what about a counter-attack? Davids. Oh, that looks a good ball through. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Ibrahimovic, not the most accurate pass. Looking for options for movement. Check claims comfortably. Lahm chooses to go cross-field.
Well spotted.
Well, good play on the left-hand side here. DiMarco drives forward on the overlap. Gerrard does really well to win the ball there. DiMarco puts the ball in. Timber with the clearance. That's going wide left. In once more. And it's safely in the keeper's hands. And that brings the first half to a close. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, at least the defence can look back on a job pretty well done so far, Peter. I think they've squeezed the play quite well and they've been relentless in their pressing. So the energy levels have looked good.
Well, it's been a half that hasn't lacked suspense or intrigue. It's only lacked goals. 0-0 at the break.
Cambio en Boca Juniors. Número 7. Lo reemplazará.
We're on the move again.
79. Se va a realizar
Corinthians
un cambio.
have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Schneider stood his ground strongly. Pinches it off him. Passing is crisp and... Messi! Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end.
Messi is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
Koller, never the sort to be shot shy. Well read, nice interception.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And this is Van Basten. Corinthians do look as though they've made a half-time change here.
Well, I'm assuming that this is going to end up as a tactical change, Peter.
And here's Ibrahimovic. And it's Yaya Toure. He's going for goal! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders. They've played it short. That is... Oh, good line! Played back, he's rising!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. It's a good run down the right. Plays it across. And it's claimed by the keeper.
La cantidad de espectadores de este
Desai
partido
kept
supera
aware,
44.070.
and it is reclaimed easily. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Lahm takes aim and crosses. Pepe getting this one clear. Well, no goals, but certainly no shortage of action.
Well, from an entertainment viewpoint, it's not the scoreline we would have wanted at this stage, although I'm not complaining about the commitment being shown. We've seen plenty of goalmouth action.
It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
That's a lovely, neat pass.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Desai is very much of the non-shall-pass school of defending. Corinthians are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Schneider. Raul. Oh, that's well spotted.
Boca Juniors really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Rice. That has not gone well. Schneider. Now Davids. And it's Timber. Raul. And this is Ibrahimovic. Real chance! Oh, it's hit the post. Hangs one in. Pepe is there, and he can get that clear. Deftly away. This is it then, now or never. And it's Lam. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Cambio en Boca Juniors. Número
It's their
39.
second corner of the game.
Número 10. Número 43. Entran número 97.
Nakamura with the short one.
Número 6. Cambio.
Picked out brilliantly. Played back. He's having a pop! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Lam is offering a wry smile there.
All hands on deck for this one. Thiago goes short. Great ball, and he's in here. And the finish! The message is simple: defend this with your lives. And it's been taken short. Rijkaard deals with that comfortably. Van Basten in the hunt and looking threatening. Conte.
Boca Juniors couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
Nakamura gets on his bike and on the... There's the shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Nice bit of skill, and he's away. In towards the back stick.
Yeah, I think if that can be repeated, there's a good chance of a goal.
Benatia. And the referee brings it to a close. Frustration, exasperation, vexation, certainly from an attacking perspective. Neither side able to make an impression despite all the huff and puff. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Listen, the more this game went on, a draw was always likely to be on the card. So overall, I don't think anyone will be complaining too much about what they've got.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening. Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. The great team, the people's team. That is what Corinthians have come to be called over the years. And this, of course, is the ultimate sanctuary for those who only see black and white. So straight into the action. Gareth Bale, hero for his club, for his country, almost single-handedly snatched European glory from the grasp of your former club, Jim.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me about that, but he did produce a genuine moment of absolute magic. There was nothing anyone could have done about that. His first goal that night has to be amongst the most...
Bale! A potential goal of the season contender, if only.
Bale just backs himself every time. Give him a challenge and he'll rise to it.
Van Basten. This looks promising. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner. And we have our very first corner. Schneider goes short. Owen with the delay. Getting up there! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
That's headed upfield. And here's Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho has alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Owen. And it's Conte.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Driving forward. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Neymar. Neymar makes a dash for it. Silvestre getting forward. Neither side yet able to find the net. Threads one in. Oh, it's Van Basten. Zanetti makes a move down the right. Davids venturing down the left. Knocks it into space. Neymar is someone with real dynamite in his boots. Defending of the desperate variety. And it's Ronaldinho. Stood up well to him there. Corinthians are benefiting from a lot of movement up front, are they not?
Yeah, and if you're looking to play people in with passes from midfield, you really need willing runners who aren't looking to just get to the defensive line, but to go beyond it.
And here's Bale. That's a little off target. Tries to pass it. It's Bale! And he has kept it out somehow.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure. That's just playing it safe and simple.
Maldini, and that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he's worked it through. Casillas can clear it away. Serginho is one whose deliveries we all know about. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Now then, the ball's come loose. No foul, says the referee. Neymar. And this is Bale. Now it's Neymar. Gerrard. So what can they make of this? Searching pass he's played there. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Neither side giving way. It has been tight. Ah, such a clever touch. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Shot a goal! Goal, Corinthians! And there is your opener. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Corinthians have fired themselves in front.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough, though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Oh, some astute defending there. Turns back here, probably the best option. Pepe is a perfect combination of brain and brawn.
Minuto de acréscimo.
Maldini gets across to intercept that. And that is the end of the first half. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, it's obvious, Peter, that this team was set up to play on the break, and their opponents pretty much played right into their hands, so no wonder they've got their tails up at half-time.
Corinthians just about ahead, 1-0 at the break.
Substituição no time do Corinthians. Camisa 66.
The second period is underway.
Substituído pelo jogador.
Corinthians can do themselves a massive favour by grabbing another one here.
Owen. Corinthians do look as though they've made a half-time change here.
Well, I'm assuming that this is going to end up as a tactical change, Peter.
Throw in. And he's forced to go back. Timber looking to provide the solidity his team so need. Rijkaard. Bouts of passing here, really easy on the eye. He has found a way through. Well read, and the danger is averted. Now it's Bale. Ronaldinho ventures forward. And it's Gerrard. Ronaldinho. Shot could be on. Chips it through. And he's taking no chances there. Corinthians have reclaimed it.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Tries to play it through. It's not an especially good pass, that. Team still separated by the game's only goal. Chance here to counter. Quarter of an hour into the second half. No, he's not getting past him there. Company.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Well, that pass isn't the best. And here's Kante. Owen going after that. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, this lead is beginning to look a little delicate. I'd rather see them show the ambition and adventure to go further ahead. But it seems as if they've settled for a riskier approach now to defend this.
Schneider. Schneider charging forward, the ball at his feet. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Now it's Gerrard. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Is there any support? He might not need it. And he's there to get it away.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Owen! And it's in! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. Whoever is in his path, he will always find a way.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
And that's it. And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening.